Hey everybody, it's Rob Appel. Welcome to Making It Fun on YouTube. This is my home sewing studio and now the official set for all the great things we're going to be doing on YouTube and maybe Facebook Live and across the internet and blah, blah, blah. Having a great time. But what I wanted to do real quick is welcome you to the studio, welcome you to the Michael Miller family if you're new to us, and also reshoot our February release video. The first one I did kind of holding the camera up in the air while back in Manhattan. I've got all these wonderful lights and everything set up, so I'm just going to lay the fabric flat on the table. I'm going to shoot it off a tripod, so the rest of the boring is going to be... Sorry, I meant to say the rest of the video is going to be kind of boring. I guess I just did. But I want you to focus on the fabric and look at the colors, look at the lines, look at the way that they actually carry together from collection to collection. I'm very excited to show you what we have. So let's get started. Let's start with So Fruity. We have a wonderful fruit line with a double border print that you see there. It's this right here at the top of the header. So you're looking at the paperwork coming back out into the fabric here. So there is our wonderful theme print. We have some very fun coordinates here. We have the seeds and kind of a giraffe polka dot, which I love. This is going to coordinate and work also great for modern folks in a lot of different places. We also have the seed here in green. Let me show you some more giraffe print in green also. And then let's pull back a little bit so you can see there is the fruit along the double border print, although you're only getting a half of it in the bag to help cut a little bit of the weight. Coming out of the light blue into the navy colorway. Now, one of the things I want to point out here, we have a new piece that just showed up. This is a really cool watermelon stripe. Now, the watermelon stripe you're going to see here in the navy colorway. There's the border print on that. And here's the aqua version of the watermelon stripe and the rest of the wonderful coordinates that we're going to have in our awesome pink family. Let's do a little bit of a pan there for you. And then over to the beautiful border print with the pink on the edge. And that is the So Fruity collection, 3 colorways for you. The beautiful Sea Dreams by Axel Designs, a really nice nautical collection. I'm seeing both good quilting and some home decor. No, it's quilting cotton weight, but decor use around the house, especially as we pull into some of these lighter background prints. So let's start with the non-traditional for the sea life, right? I think this is a gorgeous piece of fabric. This is going to sell in shops everywhere. There's some really cute garments that have been made out of this one here coming forward in her project book. And as you come back through, let me bring you in a little bit. You can see the detail here in the shells. So I feel like it's got a modern read to it, but it's going to also work for those nautical folks. And quilters are going to go nuts for this, obviously. And we have it in 2 colorways. So I started you off with your traditional colorway. Let's just do a quick on-the-fly swap here and bring in this lovely green. Oh my gosh, just incredible. The depth of color I think is fantastic. Now I am filming this with some lighting to try to keep it as true as possible. If anything, I would say the fabric looks a little richer in person than it does here on camera. And again, just to show you some of these incredible coordinates also that are going to do fantastic. And all the way back through to these beautiful basic backgrounds. Awesome stuff. And that's Sea Dreams by Axel in 2 different colorways. Now we'll move from the sunlight of the beaches to the shade of the forest with our forest friends here. Another really sweet, fun novelty collection here with our little owls and bunny rabbits and whatnot. A little bit more gray in the background than obviously the last collection. So this is almost a denim colorway, and I'm terrible at color names, so we're just going to start making them up as we go. We'll all get to know each other pretty good. A fantastic little floral here, another perfect background. And then I love my geometric prints. This is fantastic, and gosh, I just did a tumbling blocks quilt. This would be a great background for something like that, as well as work great in borders and whatnot. So I'm obviously very fond of this print. Here, as the fog breaks through that forest, we get into more of our blue color family, and this has got a fun, light, happy read in the blue, which I really like. And looks like the camera's reading pretty true right now. And of course, hopefully some of you have samples in front of you, but those of you who do not get to see fabric directly from sales reps or whatnot, we're hoping these videos help you also. So we'll just run through these real quick again. You just saw the pieces, but they're just fantastic here with that happy blue. And then this background geometric is now switched into blue from where before it had an orange base. And speaking of all of our little friends and critters about, here's some fun ones bouncing into What's Cooking. And What's Cooking is a fun line, kind of reminds me of little cowpokes, hit it up into the kitchen. We have a fun little gingham checks that go with it to coordinate. So a fun kind of lighter, not a bright white background here. This is a pink, as you can tell in the camera here, with the fun cakes and the little strawberries all about, which is great. Now we bounce down into here and we see our silly cats goofing off with their balls of yarn and getting into mischief, and of course dreaming about supper time. And the rest of the line here is fun. We've got the more of the pink background here, and then we also have some good primary, some good deep red and deep blue, just to punch up the line a bunch. You know, we need contrast in our quilts to bring them to life. So that is a fun little line. What is cooking? In the Rockstar floral department, we are featuring All Bloom from Tamara Kate, a wonderful longtime designer from Michael Miller, who certainly knows her plants as well as she knows her fabric. I just love what she does with her botanical stuff. But I'm not supposed to be playing favorites, so I'm just going to show you the fabrics, and let's bring you in a little bit closer so you can see the detail here. And so we've got a fun kind of nature background, but then she brings in some geometrics, which I think is going to be great. Nice neutrals, fun, good, and plenty. Really, really interesting neutral and background. I really think this is going to be fantastic for our quilters out there, both the modern as well as our more traditional. Another colorway here, another fun print for you. And let's bounce into the large all over floral. So let me pull out a bit. And look at the detail work in these flowers. I just love this kind of print work. This is just fabulous quality and just gorgeous coloring. And I just love the way we get all the different colors packed into the different petals and stuff. So I said I'm not supposed to play favorites, but you know me, I love this kind of stuff. Let me show you the other colorway. I want to point out that the fabric you're seeing is reading more blue right here on the camera than it is. It actually has a little bit more of a green overtone. I've tried to adjust my lights to show you that. This is all new to me as well in the lighting, but it's a great point. Quilt shop owners out there, remember your lighting is so important for your customers. So make sure you have good lighting and good natural lighting when at all possible for folks to be matching their fabrics as they go together, because you want them to get a really good true read on here. So I've kind of actually now got a little bit too much light going on. I want you to be able to see the green in here. Push a button, see if I can help a little bit there. That helps a little. Okay, really fun print again. And quickly, just to finish up, All Bloom there by Tamara Kate. It's going to be a great line for you. Here we have Renaissance, and Renaissance is a fun one in this particular February release because we're sending you the entire line actually on paper to pick from, and this is a new thing that we're starting to go towards, but we are also sending you the physical fabric samples so that you can compare and contrast the way the printing is going and the hand on the quality and everything. So there is your fabric, there is your paper right there. So very impressed with what we're doing in translation. Also trying to help the salespeople keep their suitcases just a hair lighter. So let's go on to this fabulous fabric line, Renaissance. A wonderful old world floral, really deep and rich in color, and the black background is going to offer a lot of good contrast for our traditional quilters. Oh, speaking of which, That's one of the cool things too. On these cards, you're going to now have all the information you need for the actual projects. And at the shop level here, you can figure out what you need for all your kitting if you would like to join the fun of the projects as well. So this is a very good way to show the fabrics that are available and the projects that are available. And down the road, I'll also be doing other videos per collection as they come out to show what's available with each series at each period when they're shipping. So we've got wonderful bird on the vine, some really cool little stripes down in there. I do see I'm picking up a little extra glare because it's shooting off of a high gloss paper. So I'll try to see if I can correct that a little bit for us. Not perfect, I apologize. But at least the camera's not shaking around terrible today. And here's the rest of this beautiful line. These are just going to do fantastic. And the butterflies there in the lattice work. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And here we have Provincial in the traditional blue and gold colorway. I'm going to start you on the actual paper. The project is really, really cool. One of the major reasons the project is super cool is it's got a fussy cut running yardage stripe. And so that I've said that, let me move this out of the way so that I can show you this beautiful running yardage stripe. So this can be cut and used in so many different ways as quilters, or even this would be really cool as a border skirt, something like that. This one, I know I'm not supposed to say it, but it's definitely my favorite from the entire release for February because of the detail in this floral work and all of the great little coordinates that go with it. I'm a giant, giant fan of this line. So yes, you are being influenced. Sorry. Okay, so here is the floral piece itself here. I just showed you the stripe. We have another lovely version, more of a tone on tone, the blue on the yellow there. This colorway right here I think is going to be a smash because it reads as very fresh and new. It doesn't have that traditional provincial look, right? But it's got these amazing flowers, and yet you're going to get a nice light background. This is going to be incredibly usable. And then your stripe here, the way that the pinks and the greens come out, I think are just incredibly good. And look at what it does to the depth of those flowers there. So at any rate, I think this is going to be a real winner for the season. I'm just really excited about this particular fabric line, even though I'm not supposed to say that on camera. Let's point out real quick, this is the size and the scale of kind of your border print here. And then down here at the bottom, it shows you what it would look like on the yard. So 10-inch repeat and then 44 selvage to selvage is what it's showing you here. So this is not a secondary print. This is the full view of what this is at scale here. And on the paper, again, you see the wonderful backgrounds, the stripes, and then we have a bunch of fun coordinating just neutrals that I think is going to be really good for your color wall, just right in here to way that those play back and forth within the background colors of the flowers. So at any rate, Provincial, and very excited to have that both on fabric and paper for you. Okay, and now we have Beachcomber in a really nice tan and gray colorway. It's in two colorways. We also have a traditional blue nautical colorway. I'm holding the card a little funny just so that I'm trying to keep the glare from the overhead lights off of it as we go through. Really great basket weave textures. Again, this would go wonderful in a beach cottage as curtains or lightweight pillows. These panels here, just like I said in the last collection, these are the showing of what would be on the yardage on the fabric. This is the scale, the actual size of it here. Very beautiful detail work. And again, we have some awesome projects for you, and those are going to be found on the back of the cards. So that's the brown and gray colorway of Beachcomber. Here is the blue colorway. Try to hold it so we don't get as much glare for us. And then here we go. Let's show you those prints again. Oh my gosh, isn't that quilt incredible? I just love that. And you can see how fantastic, I want to make myself a shirt out of that one right there. You can see how fantastic this is going to read all around quilt and decor. A little bit of garment for us also. There you go. Last and certainly not least for today, but for the February release that we have on video for you, the Boho Boutique. And this is a really cool line, obviously featuring the feathers here. You're looking at it on paper. Let's open it up and have a little look. Here is our main fabric. Awesome. This is going to be a really, really fun coordinate and possible great for backing borders or binding. Amazing on quilts. Really fun kind of bohemian prints that are going to come in here. So obviously bringing more of the garment together. Some of this done as border prints along even a pillow or fringed would be fantastic along a skirt or something like that. And then of course we love our dragonflies. So we have our dragonflies up there. And then let me show you the second colorway, the aqua. And of course, being a guitar player, I see guitar picks in this, but just a really good all-over modern that's going to do fantastic. And I just want to take a moment at the end of the video and just kind of point out how some of these colors work so nicely back into So Fruity, and some of the other lines that we had going with like Tamara Kate's line. It's just, All Bloom is the name of it. It's just going to be fantastic the way that some of these background coordinate prints are going to carry from line to line, as well as be able to use nicely with our marble and our cotton couture. And don't forget, we have these incredibly beautiful projects that you may utilize, and all the information is right here on the back of your cards for you. So that's a wrap on the February release. I hope that was a little less shaky, a little easier to work with. I won't tell you that my tripod is actually an old bicycle stand. Whoops, I just did. But that's us. We're making it fun. We're having a blast right here. Make sure that all of your shops and all your customers and everybody out there is following us along. We're going to try to do live videos on Wednesdays, 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific, right here out of the home studio whenever possible. And we're going to be showing a lot of cool construction of quilts and different sewing projects, but also just having some fun discussions about being an artist and being a dad and being a crazy guy trying to make it fun. So anyways, we hope you like this. Please let me know your honest feedback, because I would love to make sure that this is a useful tool for all of you out there and that it is something that you will actually sit and enjoy. And thanks again for being a Michael Miller customer and part of our family. And we will see you real soon with another release at Making It Fun.